Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United.
And I'm like commenting it.
I got some bars to these.
Run Ryan.
Ryan.
And here's the thing, you have players out there.
I think the fellas will take it more serious.
What grade?
That one I don't know.
Yes. Because at the end of the day, right now, Manchester United are
Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United. Chef, you're rocking a real hard top there, but
It's mad.
It's actually looking good. I still undecided as to which one I wearing, but I go hold back because them Blazers can't get my money, man.
I mean to say, I'm that kind of cute guy, so I will make anything look good, but it's bad. I ain't lying to tell you. Seeing it in real, yeah, it's nice.
And the fellas, you know, at least they look good today, you know?
Yeah, nothing else.
Yeah, what we saying, Phil?
I had a good sleep. I had some drinks as well.
Yep.
Nobody is signing Johnny Evans on a 1-year contract. No other team in EPL is looking to bring their former United player or youth academy and putting him on a 1-year contract. How are we to make these type of decisions and expect rival fans to take us seriously when we can't even take ourselves seriously? I'm not going to put the blame on Ten Hag, and I know I'm going off on a tangent because I know you're asking how he's doing, but I just getting straight to it. I'm sorry. How do you know that based off of previous seasons, you know that Rafael Varane is not the fittest, and that Rafael Varane can't give you that much games? Why are we pussyfooting since June for Amrabat? June is when Amrabat wanted to come to United, and all of a sudden we're getting him on the last day of the effing transfer window. Back to my original statement, we know that Rafael Varane is not the fittest. Why are we not going in hard for the likes of Tapsoba or Todibo? And people want to tell me that Johnny Evans brings experience. Man, so does Vincent Kompany, who's the manager of Burnley. We should sign him as well too. Anyway, I am doing good. I like the shirt that Chef has on. I don't know if I'll be getting one, but let me start the podcast.
Yeah, for sure. We have a couple people on the inside. Don't forget to like and share. All right, Simeon on the inside. Thanks for joining, man. He's saying we need prayers. We needed the pastor. Good night to you.
Hey, Simeon. Good night, brother.
Yeah, Jesus action on the inside. Glory, Man United for life. Win, lose or draw. Kaden on the inside too. Good night, man. Thanks for joining. He's saying my jersey coming Tuesday. Hoping it takes my mind off the result today.
Hey. Coming from where Rattan so still nothing.
Yeah, the team is a mess, but at least the kits look clean, right, Chef? Yeah.
You seeing that
Aaron on the inside. Good night, man. Thanks for joining, buddy. So I mean, fellas, we away woes continue. All right. Now I tell it, yeah, I would have take a draw before kickoff. Now, and this is given, you know, consideration to the squad issues that we have. You know, the amount of injuries and then our away form. It has not been good. So I was taking a point. Yeah, I was taking a point before kickoff and I was running. And I think, and to be honest with you, when you look at the game, I think we were good for a point. You know? But then I had to kind of bounce off something that Phil say. When you have a defensive pairing of Maguire and Johnny Evans in 2023, all your man, we expect to achieve. You know,
that was a downgrade from Leicester. Leicester went from who was in Leicester's defense when they won that the Jonathan somebody Wes Morgan, and the guy,
Westmoreland.
Morgan was the captain.
yeah, and Robert Huth, right?
Yeah.
Their downgrade was Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire, and Leicester got rid of those two. Why? Oh Jesus,
No, no,
Lord help me, boy.
yeah, it's frustrating, right? But even before that, guys, before the moment when we had to sit down and watch Johnny Evans and Maguire hang on to take us to the end of the game, right? You know, I mean, with all the flaws in the performance, I still think this 3-1 scoreline flatter Arsenal. Eh?
I,
I
I,
don't. Go ahead.
Dan, let me tell you something. Eh? You see all this we talking here? If we had take our chances who was smarter in that final third, we could have come out of there with a win and everybody would be like, Jesus, we lucky.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But I mean,
I don't know.
again, I really think that with all the possession Arsenal had, and with all the the fans and all the hype and what, I think that scoreline flatter Arsenal. Right?
Dan,
Putting aside what our team, our expectations of our team is that we will go over there and we go, dominate and blow teams away. Right? But when you consider, the defensive game plan, I thought we was more or less comfortable, for large portions of the game.
I had to say this. I was very impressed with our defensive structure. Arsenal had nowhere to go. Them had to make spaces basically off of mistakes. But really actually for a large portion of the game. And we was good. But we were just so slow in attack, boy. Oh my God, we were slow in attack.
I don't think it's slow in attacking. I think we were slow from the back straight up.
I
What you
think
feel?
if memory serves me correct, I think Onana's first save is when Maguire was on the field, no?
I wasn't
Was
out.
when Saka had that not one on one, but somebody
Yeah,
passed
yeah,
the ball to Saka and hit it straight at Onana, and that was when Maguire and what's his face, Johnny Evans were on the field, and
Yeah.
that was in like the 70th minute or whatever, right? But you kind of saw, and I'm not gonna lie, this is reminiscent of Emirates last season.
Yeah.
Radford
It's the same thing.
Radford scoring first. We losing a lot. We losing a lot of concentration. There was a lack of concentration in our defense.
Yeah.
In the minutes, Arsenal goes on to win the game. I don't know, man. When Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire came on, my head dropped.
Yeah. I think everybody listen. I was in the bar watching the game, some brethren, and behind us had some fellas, including some Arsenal men. And when our defensive pairing ended up being Evans and Maguire, and men start to laugh at me, Men start to say, well, that's sure we go and win now. That is the confidence men have in Maguire. I don't like to put
No, but
real talk.
even the Arsenal fans, when they saw Maguire changing up, they
Warming
started to
up.
sing. Yeah, they started to sing because they knew,
Yeah.
well, it's food,
Arsenal
listen,
fans were singing Maguire's name and cheering him on when he came on. You don't get that sort of cheering if you're if you're a opposition fan. Well, the last time I see it was for Ronaldinho and the Bernabeu, but that's for Ronaldinho been a great, not for Harry Maguire. We have look. When you go back to Harry Maguire and Lindelof, it's like Ole reminiscent again. But then Lindelof come off, and then Johnny Evans come on. You're like, Jesus Lord, this guy has not played for us since 2015. I saying, well, boy.
Let me just get some of the comments on the video again, guys. Because I mean, we here and we still have to, wait for a positive away result. I mean, I don't know when them fellas go decide that they want to get a positive result on the road. You know, so we're still waiting for that. We just get some of the comments here. David Curtin on the inside. So good night, buddy. Thanks for joining. And Ollie, we have, you know,
David, good
a
night,
record. Yeah, we have a record breaking 83 people on the live right now. So guys, let me get the likes up, let me get the shares up, right?
I wonder why.
Plenty men want to vent.
Yeah,
I wonder why, boy. I wonder why.
Curtin saying here we started with 11 men and ended with 9 men. Good. Yeah.
But here's the thing, I will still take Johnny Evans over Maguire.
Yeah, nah.
I just can't take two of them together.
All behave. Yeah, why tell
I'm
me? Because
dead
Johnny Evans,
serious.
I ain't taking none of them.
And listen to what I'm saying. I agree with you. But if between them two goats, bruh,
Go to the
something.
shitty sunset, not the GO8 sunset.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, and this is not putting, I don't like to do it on one player, but Harry Maguire, whole aura, real heavy, you know.
Nah, yeah, you have a heavy vibes, boy. You have a heavy vibes.
Man, I don't think I've ever seen one player have that heavy spirit around Manchester United, so boy. Like,
for that
generally, nobody, no
you.
United person like him.
Yeah, for that reason I can agree with you, but boy, I don't know, because I remember hearing a lot of fans talking about Johnny Evans and that kind of sentiment killing we club earlier. Because when you saw Johnny Evans came on, that level, he first play, he gets skin out on the line, You understand what I'm saying? Only we had to do better. Let me get the comments. So Nico in the comments section, thanks for joining, Nico.
Oh, Nico.
Yeah. Natty on the inside, good night to you, buddy. Thanks for joining. Simeon saying here, what made that a hard loss is that them fellas defended their butts off.
Boy.
You know? Anthony, who I criticized, was great defensively. Even Rashford track back.
Yes.
But then injuries. Yeah.
That's a real bother me.
Yeah, Wakanda Forever on the inside. Thanks for joining. She's saying here, as I said before, as long as we have the Glazers as our owners, we will never get back to the glory days. I don't doubt it at all. I don't think nobody doubts in here. Just look at the transfer window and you go justify your statement. You know? Jody on the inside, blessed night to you too, buddy. Thanks for joining. He's saying I'm busy doing an event in Makoya. Just touching base. Yeah, man.
Jody, you cannot tell me what's up on this side, boy. Oh.
Yeah. Nico saying here, that was embarrassing. Maguire's confidence has to be rock bottom.
Yeah.
Right?
Lower than rock bottom.
Yeah. Sincor Governor. Right? Thanks for joining, man. He says watching from Liberia. Thanks for joining. Big up to Liberia, man. They're always saying.
All right.
Oh.
Right. Nico saying here, but we knew going into the season we needed reinforcements defensively. And I think Phil said that. We know Varane is not a man you're going to get 50 games out of.
But right? Everybody said that we needed a centre back. That no maths in that.
Natty saying here, Chef, so much to vent about. No lie.
So I know, brother. I know. Don't worry. This is the therapy. Vent away.
Nah, y'all.
None.
I so lucky. It's a long weekend here in Canada, boy, because Lord, boy, going to work tomorrow could be stressed, boy. But there's no work tomorrow, so this is a therapy session, like Chef said.
Well, lucky for you. Other people had to go and face the fire. You know?
First day of school too.
And as Jody say, you know, to the those who viewing our program for the first time, welcome to the show. We are 102 people on the live. You know, we appreciate it, man. Right, keep sharing it up, keep getting more people on the as Chef said, the therapy session. Kaden saying here, if we had a ball carrier in midfield, it would have been different in the first half. We basically played 25 minutes over the half. Here now, and this is my thing, Bruno and Casemiro in that first half had a whole real smoke, because every time that ball reach on them fellas' foot, it's because it's an over-the-top ball for who? And Arsenal found it so easy in that first half, especially just to nullify that threat.
I swear, like the only midfielder had some sense in that first half was Eriksen.
Yeah. You understand? And I asked myself, I said, why it is Casemiro? And these are two senior players. You're talking about Casemiro. You're talking about Bruno Fernandes, the skipper. And they feel like those guys not understanding or not scanning the areas to see that from the time they get the ball, everybody, the defense, the Arsenal defense is dropping off because they know it
Yeah.
can come over the top and they just got to win it. And we were not winning no second balls in midfield.
You want to know the worst part is it's such a stupid decision because you sending the ball over the top to 5 foot something Martial versus 6 foot something to Saliba. That makes sense.
When you could build a play, put it on his feet and let him run at them because they cannot mark him. Like common sense.
That made no blasted sense at all. When you putting the ball over the top to 5, Martial is not even 6 foot. Saliba and Gabriel are well over 6 foot. You still want to put a ball over the top, man?
But you talking,
disgusts me, boy.
Phil, you talking about Martial? You talking about Martial? What about Anthony? How much times they send that ball to Anthony and he was just getting picked off right through?
No, here we're going on. I don't mind you spraying the ball to the left and spraying the ball to the right once that winger has space, right?
Yeah.
But for crying out loud, man, I mean, you know, let me take Barcelona back in the day under Pep Guardiola. You did Gerard Piqué spray the ball to 4'5" Lionel Messi? You think so?
Never.
Gerard Piqué is gonna put a ball in the air to Messi? Good Lord, boy.
That going to Busquets, and then it going wide.
But
On the ground.
I don't feel that it really, kind of showing up in the sense that the players that we have don't have confidence on the floor, playing the ball on the floor, because sometimes we just move the ball so nicely and we just see some nice little interchange on the ground. But we don't do it.
Well, Casemiro was at Real Madrid where they put the ball on the floor. Casemiro was at a team where you lay off.
They don't want to put the ball on the deck at all. And sometimes because you see, for me, right, you have to have the proper. If you want to play a style of football, then you have to have the players on the field to execute that, right? You can't have players who like to play the ball on the surface with players who only looking for long ball. That's a mismatch, right? And we will look so disconnected and disjointed in anything that we're trying to build with our squad. So for me, if you know you want to play this kind of long run on the place ball, then you had to have real combative midfielders. You had to put a combative midfielder next to Casemiro. You can't have Eriksen because Eriksen wants to play the ball on the surface. You're talking about Marcel on top. He's a fella that like ball to feet. You can't have he there if you want to play that kind of football. It's better you put Højlund, because Højlund look like the type that go more run long ball and work hard. If they're the kind of players that then play the industry players. Because that makes it not making sense. Because plenty of the decisions coming from your engine room in midfield. It's killing any kind of build-up play. It's killing any kind of attacking, anything that we're trying to do, because we get in this process so easy because it's like Anthony Martial coming short fit, you're going long. Then when Rashford gets it, because Rashford isolated, he don't have a passing option.
It's about 3 men around.
It's not making sense. So then
the next question is, what's going on with our manager? Because he has to take blame.
Now he had to take smoke too. Then I gotta take some smoke.
Yeah,
But my thing about it, Chef, with Ten Hag, what I've realized, especially against the top 6 teams, right? Ten Hag just go with a more pragmatic approach.
Yeah.
Right? He had to see it. So he just set up his team, to cut off passing lanes. We see it today. It was clear. But my issue is when we have the ball, because in terms of keeping Arsenal at bay, we were doing that pretty well. We talk about it. Defensively set up, we were proper today. We were decent. It's only after the injuries,
we had the ball,
and then Evans and Maguire was on the field. That when we started, get leaky. But when we get the ball, is what we're doing with it. You understand? That is the issue.
But to ask a follow-up question, I know you just mentioned he does the whole pragmatic style, which is true, but does he do that because he isn't sure what his players are going to give him on the day of?
I feel so. That's looking at the players we have and knowing their ability. We can't possess a ball against a top team.
That recipe to get fired, right?
Boy, that's
a recipe to get fired, because at the end of the day, you have to play who you have, You have to set them up to be successful.
But
And
if being successful, Chef, is using them and playing it with their strengths as opposed to what you would like to do, then how you could blame him? You can't blame the manager because remember he looking at the strengths of the players and
I
playing.
would say it is kind of a recipe to get fired, but it's also a recipe more to leave. Because at the end of your 3-year contract, and you haven't been given the players that you have been demanding for the last 3 years, why should I stay here? Why should I stay here?
It
but
rough.
okay,
It's
so
rough.
Phil, let me ask something though.
Yeah,
The players that we did get, were those his players? Were those players he wanted?
those are players he wanted, but they weren't enough, Chef. They weren't enough.
Okay.
Because I go back to Rafael Varane's fitness, going back to maybe somebody to challenge Bruno Fernandes for that central attacking midfield option, right? Going back to a striker. Nobody up to today knew what Rasmus Højlund can bring us, and I'm looking forward to seeing Rasmus Højlund starting with the likes of Anthony and the likes of Marcus Rashford, because I saw what he can do when brought on against a tired defense, right? Fresh blood and hold up play. I love it.
And physicality, he physical too.
Yeah.
Real physical.
Physicality.
He rough up Gabriel. You know.
I would have liked to see him on a little earlier. It might have been trouble, you know.
Let me get some more comments here. So, Sincor saying here the defense is not good this season. Yeah, we have some issues with our defense. I mean, I already hope, Shaw, because the reason why they went for for Reguilon is because that Shaw injury seems like a
It's a
long-term one.
long-term injury. Yeah.
So, boy, and we don't know what we're going with Martinez.
Damn. How much years now? And again, this goes back to the midfield discipline. How much years have Manchester been conceded goals with a winger going to the byline, cut, and putting a ball to the top of the box, where it's always free? Is where normally you would have a midfielder cutting off that ball. That is years now. We get ball from on top that box, you know.
That is Arsenal response to the Rashford goal, like Odegaard goal you're talking about it.
Yeah.
You know who
It's
fought was that, right?
Huh?
You know who fought was that, right?
That was Ericsson or not? The second one was Ericsson.
Ericsson.
Yeah.
It
was
a fault,
Ericsson.
but he was supposed to close down that man.
Yeah.
And I see that double-edged sword with Ericsson because
That's right.
on one hand he giving you
The
control, he giving you intelligence, but defensively he weak.
Suspect. The legs.
Boy,
Because the second goal, that cut across was his fault too, you know. When it went over, Ericsson was supposed to. Instead of standing his ground and marking, Ericsson followed the play, and the ball cut across in the back of him for the man to hit the shot, you know.
I'm still trying to figure out how we give Declan Rice so much time. Nobody is picking up Declan Rice on that third
Not
goal.
a man.
Lord, boy.
Nobody remember. No, I think what happened there. No, I don't think it's a call to this a lobby goal, but Gabriel, that Arsenal defender, he real nasty, yeah, because he was pulling back Evans. Yeah, that's not allow. I don't know if I'll see that allow.
I saw it, but that's still
No, it's soft. But what I'm saying is
soft.
if he didn't pull back Evans may have been able to close down the Rice for the shot now. But whatever, right? Whatever.
Let me ask you something and tell you. You see me, all you know me. I don't talk about the referee at all. I don't. Everybody else is right about it.
Nah, this season referee real
I hope
suspect.
everybody else is right about it. But I just believe in the end it balances off. But yo, these referee decisions getting ridiculous now, Jeff.
Ridiculous. No, and
It's
it have
getting
no
ridiculous
consistency.
now.
It
And
have
anybody
no
who wants to
consistency.
say referee decisions don't impact a game, bruh. How you done? Let me start. It has so much. But I am of the firm belief I don't know what is offside again.
I don't
I
even
don't know
know
what
his
is
handball. I
offside.
don't even know his handball. Where's handball?
I don't know what is handball.
Wait, what you had to do to you had to push the ball.
I don't know what is a foul.
Because if
I
you're
watch
making your body
that.
bigger, they're still calling it as a handball.
I watch that man hog up Hoyland, hog him up, put him down to the ground, and the referee will play on.
I still questioning that Garnacho offside though. Still questioning the boy.
I don't know. Listen, or somebody
Angles,
had
boy. Angles,
somebody had to
angles,
explain that to me. You know?
Yeah. Natty is saying here, apart from the fellas' performance in the last quarter, right? That officiating, boy. Nah, man have to agree with Ten Hag. The officiating is a mess. And like what Chef was saying, right? Jody saying here, if the Jersey Chef have won, blind the tea.
Just said two bag of Polaroid for me, enough.
Jesus, I'm saying here, the fish does rotten from the head. What people saying? What we're saying, Jesus, you're saying is Ten Hag. Jody saying here we have 90, 110
Yeah,
now.
that's
We're
going up.
going and we're going. Yeah, we appreciate the views and the likes and the shares, people.
I hope when I keep this here sort of viewership when we start back winning it here. All right.
Yeah, of course. You know, love to come and
just
see.
happen because we lose to big bad Arsenal. All right.
Yeah. Wakanda saying here, but Slabhead is the reason we didn't get a defender because he refused to leave the club.
So here's my thing to that. I hear you, but Dan, we as Manchester United. So you telling me Manchester United can't buy a player because a player refused to leave? That's not good enough. I'm sorry. So we basically just sprang a club.
We get hold for hostage.
No, but if that's the reality, you know. We just sprang a club, you know. Because if
We
you
just sprang a club.
we are rich on transfers yet, right? But if you telling me, right, we have to take a player that is £25 million and we have to take you on loan because we can't afford to pay for that, then we just sprang a club.
Big man, I can show you the definition of ruthless. The definition of ruthless is me buying, because don't forget, Gareth Southgate told Harry Maguire, if you're not playing regularly, you will not be picked for England. Okay, I taken that sort of information, and me as Manchester United Football Club, I am buying not one, but two centre-backs. And I am playing them when Varane is injured, when Lindelof get injury, in the Carabao Cup, and that could send a message mentally to Harry Maguire. You got to leave this January, or you got to leave this summer transfer window. You got to.
The problem, nothing wrong with me saying in the field, but the problem is when we look at the bottom line, we can't afford to do that. We cannot afford to do that. Look at how much players we have to sell. Look at how much academy players we have to sell just to make up money to pay that loan fee for Amrabat. We for real, boy?
Yeah, boy.
We for real?
I think things will change for the bigger picture when the Glazers are definitely.
They have to leave. They have to leave.
But you feel that already could not happen now because now the the team, they're no longer selling now.
I think that could just be
a ploy.
No, yeah, I don't believe that. I feel we still for sale. It can happen at some point. We would have just like it to happen quicker, but it can happen.
I before you go to the comments room, I saw a picture where I don't know if it was a team in Italy. I think it was Milan, and then it was Manchester United, and the top part was Milan, how we protest, and there's a massive banner on the seats and nobody's allowed in, versus how Manchester United protest and the stadium full.
And they want to stay 2 hours after. I noticed this.
Senko saying here, Alessandro Martin is very hasty. And
I don't care what. That's the best player.
Yeah, and no, but this is the downside to the type of player and the type of defender Martinez is. Because we like it. We like his aggression. You know, we like his initiative. We like his ability. We like what he brings into the team. And this here is just the downside to that.
Yeah.
Very rarely you get a player where you're getting the total package. He not hasty, he calculated up here, and he good on the, on the. But sometimes you just have to take the negatives with the positives. That's how I see it.
Well, Lissandro Martinez shows fight, right?
Yep.
Some of these there's a difference between fight and passion. There's some guys that just know how to show passion, but there's some guys that will leave it all out onto the field.
Yeah. And I'll tell you something, we could say he's a hasty player, but Lissandro Martinez is a very, very intelligent footballer.
Correct.
Don't feel he doesn't do things without calculating what he's gonna do. When he put that tackle on Saka today, I stand up and clap because listen, Saka was gone.
It was Saka or Nketiah?
See that?
It was Saka or Nketiah?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, listen, you had to get that as a defender. You had to take one for the team.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
I kind of was disappointed in that over the ball over the ball from Arsenal where Lindelof thought it was going off.
Yeah.
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 I was Lindelof be more aware, run towards the direction of where the ball is, and make sure it goes over the line. Another simple mistake. Simple mistake.
Like the margins.
And you never know, that could have been a red card as well too.
Correct. Simeon saying here that the transfer of Rice compared to Amrabat's one play today. Yeah, if we did get the Amrabat signing done before, two could have played today,
Exactly.
Nigel on the inside, thanks for joining, man. He's saying they say Martinez's injury was just a knock. He's off to internet. Well, that's good. That's good news.
Good to hear that.
Yeah, Jesus saying here, referee decisions. I thought as much. The corner they scored off was our goal kick, but it went in against us. Rice deflected shot ended up in the back of the net. And he's talking about your point he was making, Jeff. Right, and he said the head when it's directing from the top. He's talking about the Glazers, right?
Do you think Onana could have done better with that goal?
It's a deflect after the shot.
And that's a sharp deflection,
Yeah, so it's hard to save them deflection. It's real hard.
Okay. But I thought it was me alone. Because I was just reading some things now.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this: once you have a proper goalkeeper in between the sticks, it will expose the outfield players who are shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Wakanda Forever. She's saying, yes, we are only Manchester United by name. Yeah.
I think she talking about the Visa Spranger club.
Yeah. We've only named now. You understand? Teams don't fear we as much as we want them to anymore. Right? Kehinde. Alright, thanks for joining, man. He's saying the Glazers just not backing Ten Hag enough. It could really be a long season for us with the injuries. And no doubt. No doubt. Thanks for the comment, man. Luigi Bertrand. Thanks for joining, man. He's saying Martial needs to go. He does nothing. It's like we play with 10 men. I had to respectfully disagree with you, right? Consider the game plan. Right? I think he did okay without lighting up the place. Right?
I don't want to be on Martial tonight. I'm not going down there.
You ain't going on that rabbit hole, eh?
Not tonight.
But on a positive striking note, right? Let me talk about the little cameo we saw from Højlund.
Rasmus.
Right, let me talk about that. Because we trying to salvage some positives from everything that has been going on for the last couple of weeks. When we look at the transfer window that started so promising, that ended off so frustrating, to the news or rumors that the Glazers may not be selling again, to this performance, to the injuries, to everything that's going on. We're looking for some positives to talk about. And Rasmus, really, in the 10 minutes that he came on today, it was an encouraging cameo. Go through, fellas.
Yeah, there's a ball he run on too. And another fella behind me was like, wait, that man reached that ball, boy? Dog, he has some kind of pace on him. Who is the next team we playing after the international break?
Brighton, boy. High flying Brighton,
Brighton
boy.
Munich, boy. Brighton Munich, oh my
Brighton Munich,
goodness.
boy. High flying
Woo!
Brighton, boys.
There's our next there's our next tactical defensive
Yeah.
game, eh?
That's
Gee,
a team chef that have lost Ben White, Caicedo,
Yep. Keep on
Pallister.
calling.
That team.
Colwell.
Yeah, the guy that plays for Newcastle as well. Dan Burn.
Dan Burn. Dan, but think about it. Every season, they just lose at least 3 or 4 of the best players for the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, they don't miss a beat. They're playing better.
That they don't miss a beat.
Wait, but that team looks like it has lost players.
That them just look like the upgrade, you know.
I sent Reem a voice note after Brighton destroyed Newcastle. Watch and see how De Zerbi could be the next Manchester City.
Yeah.
After Pep leaves. Watch and see.
Yeah.
But back to Hoyland, guys.
Yeah,
Number
sorry.
11.
My bad, yeah.
What are you saying?
Not Erland, sorry, my bad. Rasmus Hoyland. Yeah, Rasmus Hoyland definitely gave me some encouragement today. Like I said,
Yeah.
physicality, the ability to hold up the ball, and also a little pace on him. He's a 20-year-old, some fresh blood. I won't be surprised if he is starting against the likes of Brighton and any other teams going forward this EPL campaign, right? So I like what the guy gave us. To hold a ball is one thing, but to hold up and have at least 2 or 3 options to pass as well. You remember the offside Garnacho goal that started from Rasmus Hoyland just doing a back heel to Casemiro, you know.
Yeah.
If you guys remember that, Rasmus Hoyland was holding up the ball. He was going this way, but the back heel went that way, and Casemiro played through Garnacho, and we saw it was an offside goal. But no, those are the type of things that you can see that the guy has some sort of football IQ that will get higher, right? So looking forward to see what the guy can contribute. And Tony Martial, boy, woo,
Pressure.
woo.
The
Pressure.
thing about it is Marcel had to know the team moving past him.
Yeah.
Right? I don't see his contract going beyond
This
the end of the
season.
season. I don't see that.
Yeah.
Look at where the team heading. And again, a lot of people going to disagree with me. I don't think he had a bad game. Right? But the kind of impact we're looking for from our centre forward, I'm not seeing where Martial helping that. It could be a system thing, right?
Yeah.
Because we've seen enough strikers suffer with this team,
At Manchester.
right?
Yeah.
And that's why I still kind of want to reserve certain aspects of my thoughts and opinions on Hoyland. But that doesn't say that the cameo today wasn't encouraging. Because some of the things that Chef, you and Phil all point out about what we saw today, the physicality, the willingness to run in behind, to put your body in the line, and then you see the little bit of trickery and the IQ. That was very, very encouraging, right?
Yeah.
I guess fearful that he could get frustrated, and then when you get frustrated, you just lose composure, you just sort of snatch at chances, and then your confidence could take a hit. Because when you're playing with selfish people like Rashford, look at you run that man make from midfield.
I swear, Reem, you take the word out of my mouth.
Go ahead. Go through.
Because I know, brother, be thinking this thing. Because I know thinking when you have men like Anthony and this freaking Marcus Rashford. Oh, hey, listen, he's Salah 2.0, you know. Dog, this Rashford, really, you know. Because here's my thing, right? You have Ben White. Ben White is food. Them fellas and them cannot mark you. Dog, I don't mind at times you take it on. But if you pull in 2 and 3 defenders at you, doesn't that mean that you're going to have men open, boy?
Yeah.
So instead of trying to force a dribble, dog, square back, square. I like to tell you, it must be frustrating like hell to be an attacker with Rashford. And sometimes it might shock when you get that pass. Because
there is a meme. There's a meme that is going around where it's a John Travolta meme where John Travolta is looking around like this here, right? I can't
when he in the room.
Yeah, he in the room. He just looking around like, and the meme was before they waited for Anthony or Rashford to cross the ball. He just waiting, just waiting.
Facts.
Yeah. You see how Gabriel, one of the most talented players on Arsenal team that is still a team player is Gabriel Martinelli. I like him.
Facts.
I love Gabriel Martinelli, boy. Gabriel Martinelli, he knows when to shoot. He knows when to carry it to the byline and cross it in.
That boy footballing IQ something as I watching him today.
And he's the one who set up Odegaard for the first goal, the cutback.
Yes.
Why we don't do them thing? No, but why we don't do them thing?
Because everybody wants to be in the limelight. No, and I will tell you that we talk about Martinelli, but generally speaking, Arsenal attackers very unselfish. Men have no problem with setting up a man for a better player.
Yeah.
Correct.
No,
so just to end off my thing on Højlund, I think the man could really do something for me, right? It has. I playing the. I ain't no big professional, but playing the game long enough to watch you from early and know when a man could give you something.
Yeah.
That's why from day one I tell you Weghorst was crap, right? And I tell you Weghorst.
I know when I say you not call Weghorst name, you cannot call Weghorst.
How can I tell you when I see Weghorst? I can tell you Weghorst was not going to take Martial pick. Weghorst only played because Martial was injured. But
we signed Weghorst. We signed Weghorst, the striker, last season. No, we signed Weghorst, the defender, this season, bro.
Oh my word!
But I'm looking forward to see what more Højlund could do. But I just really need the players around him to play for him. Because once he could keep that youth confident, right? Once he could
do something.
Inflate that man confidence by letting him score goals and giving him goals, I think that boy could do something for me. Right? So I really hoping.
I want to, as we end off on Rasmus, and we moving on to another topic. And there's real be on Anthony case, because he does annoy me. But Dan, he worked hard today. Anthony worked hard.
No, he doesn't work hard, and that's why Anthony in the team, because the man is a.
But there's a different. Today was a different Anthony in terms of working hard. There are times where Anthony could be a headless chicken, but Anthony was actually helping out. Like Wan-Bissaka doesn't need help versus most wingers.
Teams.
Right? I don't think Wan-Bissaka needed help today versus Gabriel Martinelli, but at the end of the day, with Anthony there, it had to make Gabriel Martinelli think twice about what he's going to do, right?
But that had plenty to do, Phil, with the game plan, because even Rashford, who we just complain about tracking back, Rashford was covering, defensively as well. So it had a lot to do with the game plan.
But hear this now. Hear this, right? We say that have a lot to do with the game plan. But really and truly, isn't that the work of a winger, though? That at times you had to track back.
Yeah, but sometimes you could allow some players, some of your attacking players, to cheat a little bit, You understand?
But we players don't like to track back at all,
No. No.
At all. So, and I watch it and I say, you know what? Anthony was, and you're correct, Reem, when they say game plan. Because I say Anthony concentrated so hard on tracking back that he get lost on his attacking thing, his attacking surges today. We didn't get much from him.
No, and and there's my thing with playing that kind of football. Right now, I know sometimes, even with Ferguson, you look at your opponent and you try to play to get a result. Cause going away, it is be difficult sometimes, right?
Right.
But sometimes your wingers and your attackers have so much ground to cover. Because sometimes when Anthony pick up that ball before the half line, and he had to cover all that distance, and when you look up, it's only Martial there, then quite on the next side, it's a Rashford there trying to bullet down to get some option. and it's like you just be so you just have
Yeah,
so much limited
isolated.
options. Because when Arsenal moving up, they could play tiki taka because it have 4 and 5 options right there. You understand? So that is why most of our attacking players they suffer so much, boy.
Yeah,
Because men don't have options,
we,
boy. We
we
so
were
heavily dependent.
real slow in transition today. There was a
But not only that,
few
eh?
times
But not only that, eh?
Marcus.
Just hear my audio. Not only that, let me just finish with this point. We football has become so dependent on an individual doing something brilliant
Yeah,
that we don't appreciate if we play the football proper and we have a proper system, then the team go look better and we go score team goals as opposed to you see that goal Rashford run through thing and he ball the keeper. And that's what I want to see. That's what Brighton just do all year. That's what City just do. Why we football
you
always
want
gotta
team
be
football.
you're looking for one man to do something, and if he don't do that, he had a shit game.
Before you land, Chef, we should be at a point in this podcast, let's say a year from now, where team goals are like,
Exactly.
I'm accustomed to this already. But
Yeah.
I'll check it how much team goals he scored for
Reem
the season
said,
already.
boy, I'll have to look back. But I'll have to look back at the goals that we scored. But we should be at a point where we should just be like not surprised by good team goals, right? When we see
Yeah.
when we see team goals now, we gotta repost it 20 times on 20 different platforms, and it's like we're almost like so surprised, right? At the end of the day, football is a team sport, right? At the end of the day, your football team may have that 1 or 2 talisman, right? But I would rather pass the ball 50 times and we always just passing it to one person and hoping for the best, right? I don't want us
Yeah.
to become that team that's predictable. When we win
Exactly.
the ball, we're not going to lay it off to whoever's on the wing, the Garnacho or the Rashford, and that is slowly but surely going to become so predictable for us that opposition teams are going to pick up on it, right? We lose the ball, don't even attempt to stay in the center back position. Just go to the wing and try and just win it back. Boom.
And players and we wingers just get frustrated when the guy mark out a game because you get rushed for the ball and he do, get success out of what he trying to do, he go get frustrated. So our team could plan for us and nullify everything that we trying to do, getting Rashford head. You understand? Because we know Rashford is not the brightest player in possession, When he had a think, it's not the
Yeah.
most ideal situation for Rashford,
I feel Rashford is a Trinidadian. But how much drag and spanner you go hit a man, boy?
Yeah. But he
No,
did well in some moments today, eh?
Eh?
But he did well in some moments today, but
Dad, he
largely
had
Rashford
Ben
was
White.
frustrating today.
Yeah, but dog, that's what I tell you. Now, you know to yourself here what? This man can't mark me. So, let me get your IQ working that he backing off of me. Boy, I could square the ball. Not every time you have to go at him, man. That's all I ask him. Can't tell me that too much. Jeez, boy.
Yeah. Let me get some comments here and then we will move on to the next point, and we're gonna move on to this point that Wakanda asking about. Alright? Thoughts on the
Comment to
Sancho
that.
situation. So we're gonna deal with that now.
Yeah,
Let's
comment
get some
to that.
comments. Eric Lewis on the inside, thanks for joining, man. He's saying here Martial lost his speed. He showed nothing much today, and we know
boy.
he
Yeah.
doesn't handle competition very well.
I honestly, before we move on from that, I honestly did not realize how much Marcel lost his speed.
Yeah,
Watching him today, I realized them injuries catch up to that boy.
Yeah.
Because you remember,
It's
what
sad.
Moylan, what Rasmus doing? Marcel used to do them thing,
Yeah.
But he don't have them legs. I honestly didn't realize he had lost that amount of speed.
You see, my thing is what Marcel have is a high IQ.
Yeah.
He comfortable in possession. So if a team, could play that kind of football, I think he could do well. But you see, this style of football Ten Hag wanna play, where it required to be like that.
Quick.
Yeah, I feel he go struggle. He go struggle.
Yeah.
Jesus Hackshaw saying here, we held firm except for the blip after the goal we conceded in the 27th and losing it in the dregs, you know. Yeah, I mean, I was good seeing we matched their attempts, 3v2 overload on the wings and held. Then I noticed we were 2v2 and one coming to the end of the game was good in his 1v1s. But Jesus, I don't know if you noticed that we was tiring, boy. Them
Yeah,
was
we was fun.
real tire. You
We
know,
were
Arsenal
fun.
was picking up the 12th man was really helping Arsenal at that point. Because
Push them on.
yeah, because I was seeing Bissaka. I remember Rashford make a run, and then when Rashford done, he was on his knees. Casemiro, you see it, Bruno, and Bruno is one of the fittest men in the team.
But
And I was seeing
look who Arsenal bringing on. Arsenal bringing on Patrick. Not Patrick.
guys, the next thing.
They're bringing on Vieira. They're bringing on that Vieira guy. They're bringing on Jesus. Guys,
Runners.
Yeah. So it was, and then who we was bringing on apart from Hoyland, who we bring on?
Garnacho.
But Ten Hag hands was tied. He couldn't make much changes that he would have to help show we up because he didn't have nothing, and and plenty of the substitutions were enforced because of injury.
So now we having a serious conversation there, but something just ran through my mind, and I had to mention it. With all due respect, that skin of Johnny Evans gets. Jesus, dog, I ball, you know. Because here's what, kudos to him to running down and trying. But
No, I mean the
Gabriel,
last that
he turned goal.
Dalo.
I thought it was Johnny Evans. No, it wasn't
Nah,
Johnny
Dalo gets skin out.
Johnny
Dalo
Evans.
true. No,
You sure?
Dalo.
Nah,
Check it
you
film.
sure, what?
Dalo.
thought it was
I'm not
Johnny
telling you.
Evans.
I
I'm
told
not
you
telling
Johnny
you, Dalo.
Evans.
Nah,
Don't get
Johnny
me
Evans
wrong,
had that kind of pace. Dalo,
But
boy.
that's what so I know shit. I said Johnny Evans at 36. Johnny Evans at 26 did not have that kind of speed. At
Well, what
36,
telling
you run down that man. You
Yeah,
sure don't, Dalo?
I promise it's Dalo.
Well, all right.
I go watch it over just for the sake of it.
I will. No, I will not definite. But no, that being said, Dalo would not make Sports Center player of the day, TV6 player of the day, EPL
but,
player of the day.
Memes.
Dog.
The man getting meme all over the place right
Done.
now.
And you know, now that we know it's Dalo, you know Dalo will be famous for making meme. Done. That
Aria,
us, I, as a Manchester fan, couldn't do nothing else but laugh. Because it
No,
was
yeah.
so nasty.
Oh,
Boss, he done, he's getting so.
I pressed the home button on my TV. I pressed the home button on my TV and exit the app one time. When I know what's gonna happen.
No, but here now, I was reading a post on Twitter, well, X, right? Formerly known as Twitter,
Yeah.
RIP, right? But here the man saying that he say he watches and he see Dalo skating past his house, you understand? So, it bad.
Dalo skated. He skated. And the ball down in the goal, you know.
Yeah, nah, it bad. But I mean,
Gabriel,
I
he
can't
is
fault
too-
him. The man commit. If you commit, he ready for a relationship. With that kind of commitment, he ready for a relationship.
No, we are like that. No, Gabriel Jesus is a player I like, you know. Boss, he measure him properly for that, you know.
Yeah.
He no, because
Dalo sell himself.
he sell himself.
I know for a fact that Gabriel Jesus' stronger foot is his right foot. So I am not going to commit. I can make him shoot with the left foot and make Onana save. But boy, Gabriel Jesus send Dalo back to AC Milan, back to Portugal. Jesus Lord.
Gee, I didn't tell you, though, as much as we was getting licks, I couldn't do nothing else but laugh. Because
Nah,
it
but
was
the man
that nasty.
He commits. When a man commits, he could either if a man commit like that, he could either come out real good and pull off a real big save, or he could look real.
Or he gets what he gets. It could be a red card.
Boy, when I see the slide, I immediately press the back button and the app. Are you sure you want to exit? I say, yes, big man, want exit. You want exit? Are you sure you want to go home? I say, yes.
All right. We
Oh,
could
yes.
we could go into the Sancho Bacchanal now because
Yeah.
I could not. I tell you that literally come across my brain. I couldn't stop laughing one time thinking about that play though.
Let me just get through the rest of the comments here, right?
All right.
Simeon saying here, Marcel plays like someone nursing a hamstring injury.
Agreed.
Rasmus is a physical mismatch. We need more of those on the field. If Ten Hag holds this team together till everyone is healthy, we can do something, no doubt.
Yeah, I agree with Simeon there.
Yeah, and I really think the likes of Rasmus, Rashford, Anthony, then when you bring Amrabat in the midfield,
Yeah.
providing that Martinez not, is not issue. I feel we gonna look a lot more solid.
Me too.
As the season
To be
go
quite
along,
honest.
So
I agree there.
I agree with Simeon here. I think we could really do something.
Somebody said something. Martial is playing like a player who's trying not to get injured.
Nothing to get injured, and that's where it is.
And that is a frightful way to play.
Yeah. Gregory on the inside, thanks for joining, man. He's saying that was Dalot. All right, Dalot.
Cool.
Simeon saying here, it's Dalot, them fellas couldn't run that fast. Yeah, Johnny Evans and Maguire is slow.
Well, I wanted to, well, all right, I was drinking to us, all right. But
Yeah.
because I was like, which Johnny Evans get our speed?
It could never be Johnny Evans with that kind of pace. Gregory saying here that was the only blemish on his game where he kept he did a job on Salah.
No, he did.
Yeah.
I was impressed with Dalot and Saka today.
Yeah. Simeon saying Dalot played hard, much respect. It's just Gabriel is a veteran. Right?
Yeah.
Gregory also saying here Martinez had a knock, but it wasn't serious.
I can't. Wait, before we talk about the Sancho situation, back to this whole, it kind of makes sense that it was Dalot to get the skin, because Chef, let me be real, Chef. Maguire and Johnny Evans, when they see a ball, you know what they're doing? They're looking at the linesman and putting up the hand.
Exactly.
Dan, listen, and no disrespect anybody, but these two shittongs have no right to be in the attacking third. Keep all your slow ass in the back, please. What are you doing up there?
Yeah,
like serious?
No, it was all of us. That's what we do there. It was all of us. So when you do that, Chef, right? Because
you open yourself to that.
Yeah. That scoreline was either gonna be 3-1 or 2-2.
I hear you, but let me be real. How much goals has since Harry Maguire come to us? How much goals has he contributed in that ball? Exactly.
So they could be the first one, you never know. But let me tell you something. Wait. Let me tell you something. It's Rashford again who caused this nonsense. He do it last week versus Nottingham Forest, and he do it again today. That was caused because that kickoff was so lazy. Go back to it. Go back to what he do.
Let me talk about Sancho.
Yeah, let me go and talk about Sancho.
Yeah, let me go on Sancho.
Let me go on Sancho. So, fellas, as we all anticipate in this whole thing with Sancho, I mean, I don't know. But let me get some comments, right? So Ten Hag was asked in the press conference, right? And this was his comments. He was asked why Sancho and McTominay wasn't in the matchday squad. He said McTominay was ill, right? And he said based on performance in training, we didn't select him. This is Sancho he's talking about here. He said you have to reach the level every day at Manchester United. That's why in this game he wasn't selected. Right now, with that Sancho or his publicist or his media person or whoever.
Yeah, read what he said.
Right, went to social media. And this is what Sancho was saying. Please don't believe everything you read. I will not allow people saying things that are completely untrue. I've conducted myself in training very well this week. Right? And this is the next part that I find interesting. He said, I believe there are other reasons for this matter that I won't go into. Right? I've been a scapegoat for a long time, which isn't fair. There were some other things about, his love for the club, whatever, and then he ended by saying, I will continue to fight for this badge no matter what. Now, all you make of this little piece of drama here. Because I could tell you something, we didn't need this kind of negative publicity. We
Nope.
didn't need this, right? After, the Seta Ronaldo issue, the De Gea issue, the Maguire issue, we don't need a Sancho issue added to that. Go through what I think. What's going on?
I don't know about you, Chef, but this kind of got Paul Pogba vibes written on it.
Yes.
It kind of got
Yes.
Paul Pogba vibes written all over it. When
That was exactly my guy. Go ahead. When you finish out, too.
it kind of got Paul Pogba vibes written all over it with regards to when we were being coached by Jose Mourinho. And I don't think it's up to that level as yet, right? Because there was some distaste between Mourinho and Paul Pogba, right? But it seems, and I hope it doesn't, I hope they can get it rectified soon. But it seems like it is heading in that direction, which we as Manchester United fans don't want, right? I think that if Ten Hag said that it was down to him not performing well in training, then Sancho, you got to up your game, right? You got to look around and see what the other players around you are doing and get to that level. I know we aren't here to make jokes, right? But there was this United fan named KG, the comedian, right? And the guy said it perfect. The way Jadon Sancho plays is the guy walks onto the field with a fresh pair of Air Force Ones that don't want to be creased. That's how the guy plays. And when you think about it, that's how Sancho plays as well. He doesn't want to get his shoes dirty or what's not, right? But Jadon Sancho isn't the type of player that I realize has an ego. He's kind of humble because he realizes that the same Jadon Sancho that I was at Dortmund is not the same Jadon Sancho that's here right now. So, Ten Hag, we all know, has no favorites. No favoritism in this team. But at the end of the day, Jadon Sancho, keep your head down and train like how Ten Hag has the other guys training, and you will get your turn to start in a starting 11 going forward, right? But that's just my thoughts.
All right. Much the same. I want to echo. And this is, I'm not, well, you know my personality. I am not the type for a man not being able to voice his displeasure, but also I believe in time and place, and I believe in knowing yourself.
Correct.
Sancho basically went through so much mentally. You make your way back into the team. You had a pretty good off season. Bro, just keep your head down and train and work for the team. I am not saying I believe what Ten Hag would have said, but I don't really see any reason for him not to say. Why would he say that just so? So you said, Phil, that it reeks of Pogba, but bro, I can give you one better. It reeks also of a Ronaldo situation in the making. And we know at the end of the day, if it goes that way, who would win that battle? So I really want to hope that Sancho, I just don't. These fellas don't understand some real stupid publicists too. Now a publicist could only act I believe a publicist could only act on a player's demands or a player's instructions. But sometimes, dog, you have to just say nothing. Sometimes the best thing is silence. Just hush. You had 2 weeks. You had 2 weeks to trip because the NDA you picked for England, right? Good. So you're home for 2 weeks. Don't just train hard and come back and play because you've been doing what you need to do. I honestly believe something like this could well set him back now, getting picked into the team.
The best footballers talk with their feet.
Yeah.
You know, the for me on this, right, is I don't think Ten Hag say anything wrong. I don't think he questioned Sancho professionalism. I don't think he questioned Sancho discipline.
Yeah.
I don't think he went in to question anything that a player had to worry about. It's just a matter of maintaining a certain level in training, right?
Agreed.
Now, Sancho could feel that he given his best, but sometimes a coach could watch and see, know a player's potential, and still not feel that what you're doing is good enough. So Sancho interpretation in his comments of has always been given his all in training could be true. But Ten Hag, his statement and what he expects from Sancho could also be true. But at the end of the day, the coach is the one how to pick the team, so he know what he wanted, he know what he expects and demands from each player. So, and I don't even think Ten Hag made it looking away as though Sancho just real poor. Sancho has been in every match this squad since the season start. All the manager said today is, the reason why he didn't play is because, at Man United there's a high level and we felt for the week, he didn't give us that. For you to come to social media now, it gave me a kind of spoiled brat kind of, vibe, and I really didn't agree with it because what you're doing is you're taking away from, what we're trying to build as a team, and they're going to now cause unnecessary media attention, unnecessary speculation, and it's going to have a set of issues within the camp. And that is my problem. For instance, let me throw an next one out to you. Somebody's saying, well, why Ten Hag had to say that? Why did Ten Hag last season, in match day 4 or 5, have to say that Marcus Rashford was dropped for disciplinary issues? If Marcus Rashford had gone to social media and said, no, I only reached 2 minutes late for a meeting, why? Would Marcus Rashford have been the leading goal scorer last season?
No.
So this is my thing. So why Sancho just didn't put his head down as you guys were saying? You understand? Even if it have other stuff, you don't have the public don't know them thing. The manager didn't come out and say this and that about you. Look last season, you get a whole 3 months to fix your head.
And this is the same manager who really was patient with you, did
Protecting
everything possible with you. Then I just find, as you rightfully say, that this club has so much going on right now that's not positive. We don't need more of this nonsense.
Yeah, and I mean, as much as I don't want to say it, but it's other players who can afford to come out and talk and be justified by Maguire. Long Maguire getting fight down. Maguire ain't saying nothing. One to you, $70-something million. You live up to that, boy? No, I like Sancho, I like Sancho. Phil, you're mute.
I seen a post here from when Sancho was at Dortmund from David Ornstein, and it's saying exclusive: Jadon Sancho felt humiliated / scapegoated / unprotected by Dortmund post Bayern loss. Plus, Dortmund public comments. Current summer options include Barcelona, Liverpool, Man United, Real Madrid. No preference yet. Man City want to be kept informed. No Chelsea contact. So if this is something that happened in the past, boy, I said about a couple weeks ago, and I said this during the preseason and coming on to the beginning of the EPL season. If Jadon Sancho wants to be taken seriously for the England national team and also wants to get first team football, he will probably have to cut his ties at Manchester United. I think so. I don't know what you guys think, but let's be real.
Just like how you had mentioned a little bit of history with the same thing happening at Dortmund. I remember at some point, even when he was at Dortmund, Southgate, as much as I don't like him as well, I just looking at the consistency and the trend now. Southgate did say something to the extent that Sancho is not really one of the best trainers. He did say that.
Southgate is not a big fan of him.
Yeah, I think something I remember.
As an England supporter telling you that Southgate is not a big fan of him at all.
So chances are Sancho probably really having some issues with how he does train, and I know it have some players who are not the best trainers, I don't know, but I just think that Sancho, I mean, you look at the history of this manager with dealing with players, you're not going to come out on top. And where's the sense doing this now, knowing that you can't even force a move?
Yep.
If the transfer window was open and they can force a move, well then fair play. You get out. But at the end of the day, you make this now and you had to possibly sit down on the bench or even get exiled to training with the under-21s, which I hope don't happen because I really think we need all the players that we could get right now. Right? Sancho and Mika, I don't think this was a wise move, man. I really don't think it was a wise move.
For me personally, I really would have liked to see Jadon play more this season after the preseason he had. Okay, so far that hasn't happened. But bro, just keep your head down and keep on. We know it could be yes, human, it could be a little frustrated and things. But keep your head down and keep on training hard.
I agree. And that's your work.
That's your work.
You're getting big bucks to do that by. And if you realize by January you ain't getting where you want, talk to the manager.
Yeah.
Right? Let me get some comments here, right? Simeon saying here, what happened to Pep and that fullback who's now at Barca? Looks like
Cancelo?
Cancelo, yeah.
Cancelo.
This looks more like the Ole/Martial situation. Or you're talking about Ragnick Martial, Simeon. Right? But I think this the one with Ragnick and Martial is so different because Ragnick say he didn't want to come to play and Martial to say, well, no, that different. So I still feel it different in what Ragnick say. He questioned Martial professionalism. Ten Hag didn't do that. You know?
Then with Cancelo and Pep was the same thing on the training thing, you know.
Yeah.
And you see what happened there?
Yeah.
That man was the best wing back at the time. Happened thing twice.
Yeah. Ethan Lynch on the inside. Good night, man. Thanks for joining me.
Lynchy.
And love.
Lynchy, you see how the top look, bro?
Wakanda saying here, Eric Ten Hag did this to get the heat off him from the loss, and he should have talked to Sancho behind closed doors. He has his favorites like Anthony and Sancho deserve to play. But I will tell you something, I really tried the questions. Ten Hag did not venture anything on Sancho. He was asked.
No, he was asked.
Yeah, he was asked.
That's,
and he,
a lot of times, we just see clips instead of seeing the full thing, what happened. If you saw the interview, he really did not go into, like he went there to talk about it. He was asked a direct question.
Yeah. We get some more comments. Quick, right? That's true. That's not true. Maguire did an interview. Did he do an interview under Ten Hag tenure? I don't think he did. The interview Maguire did was when he was getting the backlash from the England, and he came back and said he didn't approve nothing. This had nothing to do with managers criticizing. Because the only time a manager came in and started question Maguire was Ten Hag, and Maguire never do any interview since Maguire here. So check that back, Wakanda, and let me know if I'm wrong. All right, Ethan Lynn saying here about Southgate isn't that great as a manager. No doubt, but it doesn't change the fact that
don't get me into Southgate, please. I don't have 2 weeks to deal with him.
Adam Farm on the inside. Thanks for joining, man. He's
Adam Farmy from Barbados. Well. Long time, buddy.
Man. Nice. We have a Bajan on the inside again. Saying my very short 1.5 cents is I'm starting to lose faith in Ten Hag. Right? He wants to complain about the ref, but I thought the offside was 50-50 and sure unlucky. But the Kia pen...
Kai
Havertz. Okay. Kai Havertz, I think it's KAI, right? Pen was equally 50-50 and lucky.
No, that wasn't. But let's finish.
I don't think that was 50-50.
Finish read it out, and then we go deal with that.
I was live at the Emirates in January when we lost the game late 2-1, okay? And it's inexcusable. after gaining the momentum via almost having the winter
The
in
winner.
the winner in the 88 to not do the simple thing like close down Rice and get a draw away at Arsenal. Furthermore, it was inexcusable to converse 35 seconds after hitting. Then if I missed that last part. Let
It
me get his
probably
last
means
comment here.
as we remember as we score. Anyhow, he have more, right?
Yeah, just this last comment, and he's saying here lastly, why is Sancho getting so much airtime? You are giving the spoiled child that's what he wants. You're talking about the airtime here or Ten Hag, because we're just talking about Man United. You know, that's what we do here.
Yeah.
You want to start?
Go
Or
ahead,
I could go.
Go ahead, Chef.
Okay, pull up the first part from there. Right. You see that? Let me start with the Kai Havertz penalty part. Bro, nothing about that was 50-50. Kai Havertz wasn't touched. He left his trailing leg, and that is what caused the whole uproar. Hence the reason the referee was able to go to VAR one time and get the call overturned. So it's not the same. Personally, for me, people that say you're not supposed to talk about refereeing officiating and stuff, but it has come a point when things constantly going against you. You have to talk about it in the ground. Here, let me tell you something. When you talk about it, the referee, the men who does oversee the referees and them in the weekly meetings, they're going to start looking over, and then you will see our apology coming out. Manchester has gotten consistently bad calls for the season. Have we gotten an apology like other teams? No. So Ten Hag is in his right to address it. It is getting bad now. That's just my 1.5 cents.
Yeah, but thanks for the comment, Adam. You know,
Yeah,
everybody,
definitely. Thanks for the comment.
see it differently. So thanks for the perspective, Phil.
I would definitely say that there was a reason the referee went to VAR, because it was not a clear-cut penalty. It seems
Nope.
like his trailing foot hit Wan-Bissaka and not Wan-Bissaka hit him, right? I remember Cristiano Ronaldo tried that.
I got a card.
Yeah, he got a card. Cristiano Ronaldo tried that against somebody last season, and he got a card for it, right? With regards to what was the other comment again? They said
About giving Sancho airtime or the losing faith in Ten Hag.
Ten Hag, yeah, losing faith in Ten Hag. I
can't agree with you there with regards to losing patience to Ten Hag, because let's be real, Ten Hag is only in his second season at Manchester United, right? Arteta is in his fifth season with Arsenal, and with regards to Ten Hag, we all know what Ten Hag brings to the table, right? Is if these players are going to eat what's on the table,
Yep.
right? At the end of the day, we all know when Ten Hag was hired for this position that there were going to be some bumps in the road, and everything couldn't be solved in the first two transfer windows or the first two seasons, right? I think by at least Ten Hag's third season, maybe at the end of Ten Hag's third season, you got to judge Ten Hag then. At the end of the day, Pep Guardiola is in a project that he's been in for the last, 5, 6, 7 seasons?
6 seasons. Yeah. Probably 7 now.
It's probably 7 now. As Jurgen Klopp, Pep, Arteta, these are the 3 guys we got to compete against, right? If I had to bring Eddie Howe into this situation, Eddie Howe is being given money. He's being given money. There's no we gotta sell these players first in order to bring in these players. No, he's being given money, right? So Ten Hag has been dealt, I don't want to say an unfair card, but in out of the 5 situations I just call here, Ten Hag was dealt the worst out of the 5, right? If we had to look at it that way, right? So I think that if the Glazers definitely sell this club to the right billionaire owner, we will see a different side of this club. We will see this club rejuvenated, and Ten Hag will be given the backing that he'll be given. Because let's be real. Like I mentioned earlier in the podcast, we pussyfoot around Amrabat, and we only got him on deadline day when he wanted to be at the club since June. I kid you right now, had we gotten Amrabat in, let's say, early August, which is still later than June, early August, we would have at least gotten in 2 centre backs. And Maguire would have been gone. Scott McTominay would have been gone as well too. Right? That's just my take, though.
Yeah.
Can I just add one thing quickly to that, Reed? Phil and Manchester United fans have basically turned into the type of fans that want instant success. Men have to realize that if the club has been going a certain way for years, we finally get a manager who could build things. And listen, a manager could have the best philosophy in the world, but it doesn't turn over overnight. Only remember how much shit Arteta was when he now starts? Arteta is only in the last couple of seasons. Arteta getting that team to play how he wants. No, not only that. At the board from day one has backed Arteta. Whatever, and it's not necessarily with players alone, but it's with his decisions. People wanted to kill him when he got rid of Aubameyang, Lacazette, Ozil, but he came out and said, "This is my team," and he don't want them kind of egos and big player not. You had to pat down, and then had to realize that I dare say Ten Hag is even more ruthless than Arteta. Ten Hag is very close to how Pep is. It's just that our board is not backing him enough to really implement what he wants. I get that we all could watch and say, God, but it's looking like if we taking a few steps back. But let me be a little patient now. We could grow and everything.
I think the impatient chef comes from other teams doing better than us around us. I think that's where the impatient comes.
It's definitely that. I am reading the stuff about that all the time. It has been tough to watch a lot of teams coming up around us, and we just seem to be stagnant, but we truly in a project right now. Cannot two ways about that.
Chelsea spent $1 billion under Todd Bodley. And as much as we laughing at Chelsea is spending money. Not gonna lie.
Yep.
Chelsea got more here we goes this season than wins, if you think about it. This player has signed for Chelsea. Here we go.
Let me be real, you know. Let me be real. We talk about City in the early days, but to spend over $1 billion in players in 2 seasons, it's
crazy.
A hell of a thing, you know.
Crazy.
An entire defense after 1 season.
Yeah. Kieran saying here, Adam sure he was in Emirates because I gave him 3-2, not 2-1. I mean, he get the goal difference, correct, right?
Yeah.
That one.
He get,
right?
Well done, Kieran.
What kind of saying here? Yes, Maguire did an interview last season when he wasn't playing and said he has nothing to prove. I already had to check that back, but thanks. Right? Adam saying here, sure, but they still give those pens that Kai would have gotten. Well, I think in response to that now, VAR did the job. So it's not that VAR didn't do us any favors. They did the job.
Correct.
Right? But my point is it was close. And that's the purpose of VAR, right? The ref today was not the problem. My main point is we have no leadership to own the key moments of the game. I agree with that.
It's true. Yeah.
Right?
I agree with you there.
Concede right after you have just grabbed the momentum. And you can't leave Declan Rice with that much time on the ball in the box. Yeah. I think you're correct. You're correct. We can't argue with anything with our last point I make there.
That being said, though, let's just deal with the 2 parts. What he said, I agree totally that that loss of concentration was poor for that first goal, but also that Rice goal. Ten Hag not any feel, Men had to know the dog. This is men who making millions of dollars, sir.
And men who playing
Somebody
football
know
long time, so them
I
supposed to
played
know.
football long.
Yeah.
This is in the nitty gritty of the closing match. Somebody's supposed to tell you pick up a man. God, come now, man.
Yeah. Lynchy saying here can't continue to change out managers. We will be no different than Chelsea. Facts.
Correct.
And I
Except
think
the
we,
fact that Chelsea will change out managers, but they'll continue to spend money. We ain't
yeah,
doing that.
yeah, we are doing that. Yeah. We will give whoever we bring in, we give them one good transfer window or one fairly good transfer window, and that
Yeah,
will
be good.
suffice with that. You know.
Yeah.
Lynchy saying here, I know we want instant improvement, but it don't work like that way. It's going to be a long road ahead. God, but not too long now, please. Right? Diane Cameron on the inside, thanks for joining, Diane. She's saying I am upset. That is all. I hear
Yeah,
you.
we with you there.
Yeah. Adam saying here Ten Hag is not on the field, but it's a trend. But yeah. So basically, what we say is players have to take responsibility. You know, the manager
Yeah.
could say X, Y, and Z, but players have to take responsibility.
But
You know?
we hear you and appreciate your comments, bro.
Yeah. So fellas, let's wrap it now. Let me get some closing thoughts and factor in your closing thoughts, you know. I know Chef and Lynchy when I talk about, you know, trusting the process. Right? But in closing, you know, are you have any concerns, any worry, or is there optimism, you know, to consider going forward after the international break?
I don't get me wrong. After the loss today, I was obviously the emotions were high, right? But in terms of calming down and analyzing the game and hearing you guys talk, I mean, obviously I'm still upset, but there are some improvements that need to be made. I think Rasmus Hoyland would be definitely one to watch out in the next few games to see what he can do, whether it's scoring goals, assisting, linking up. He definitely has a lot to offer for sure. And like I've been telling most people who are Manchester United fans over the last couple of weeks, it's going to be a long season. Long season. Seatbelt is on, life jacket is on, and brace yourselves.
Yeah. Before I come to Chef, let me just get this comment here. Gary, you all good, all boy? He said I find Chelsea rolling on them out. No, it's because I mean we kinda in one sense we kinda envy how they spend money, but in the next sense we had a laugh at them because with all that money they spend and they're still getting licks, right? So
And jokey licks too.
yeah, you know. But thanks for joining, man. Go ahead, Chef.
Yeah. I okay. Yeah, yes, I agree that we do have to trust the process and we want Ten Hag to improve. We want the team to improve under Ten Hag and stuff. But I also want Ten Hag now as a manager to also improve and learn from his mistakes because he does have Ten Hag. And the one thing we do on this show, everybody basically we are fans of Ten Hag. But when he does his nonsense, we just come at him too.
Correct.
So he as a manager now Dan had to improve. And one thing we could agree, he does that. When Ten Hag make his mistakes and stuff, he always tend to come back stronger and better the next time out. So we understand he learned it too. So, you know, it's an all-round thing we want. We want our players to improve, be smarter, you know, be better on the ball. As the guy just put, and in crucial moments, we want us to be better. We want our manager to be better in crucial moments and stuff. Generally, he does. It's just for our players to be on that same page. Hopefully, going forward, we do better. Fred, I like to tell you, sometimes I feel this season going to be real rough, but I honestly feel if we could get the whole team together, and I mean our best 11, now that transfer season closed, and we have our team, if we could put together the best 11 then, and really play how Ten Hag wants to play, then we could say something.
Yeah. Simeon saying here, if Dalot can play left side so well, why not get another position late in the window beside left back? He also saying here is how Ericsson seemingly effective as Mount.
Listen, I stopped that long time that means we just say Ericsson don't have the legs, but bro, I just believe you had to put runners around Ericsson and let he do he walk. Because Madrid beating people with slow Tony Cruz and Luka Modric because they're surrounded by 20-something-year-olds runners.
Yeah, but not only that, the 20-something-year-old runners and think them fellas and them afraid the ball neither, nah, boy.
Nah, they don't play it at all.
Throw the ball, them fellas worry ball, you know?
Yeah.
For me, you know, it has always been difficult before the international break to get lost now, boy, because you know, sometimes there's the next game to come fast, so you could kind of make amends, you know. But to wait this next 2 weeks without a game, knowing that the last game was to lose to Arsenal, it's kind of rough now, boy. It's real rough. The next thing is that I find, you know, Ten Hag hasn't been, you know, lucky on the injury front ever since he came. He always had issues with having, you know, his full squad available. You know, to come in now, and he had issues in defense, you know, key players not there. It has been a real hard, you know, thing to juggle now. And I know you're supposed to have squad depth and it's supposed to have this and it's supposed to have that. That's an ideal situation for us because our board not backing us to have quality depth now. So I don't know if Maguire went by the rule man to make sure he gained minutes, that's why he stay. Because I realize all the defenders falling like fly and Maguire getting minutes now all of a sudden. Anyway. But
why injury now?
What, Phil, you know? No? Alright. You know Ten Hag don't really say much, right? But I really hope that after I hope no player pick up nothing on international duty. You know, we lucky so. Right? And I just hope that you know, next 2 weeks more players, you know, come back and that we could go into the next running, you know, with a strong enough squad, you know, without Ten Hag having to compromise in positions now, you know. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, we had to roll with the punches. But I want to see my team play better. And I'm just hoping that Sofian coming in, Hoyland coming in, you know, will give us that boost that we need. You know, so yeah.
What's the man named Sofian?
Sofian, Batman and Robin.
Yeah. So guys, that brings us to the end of the show. Right? For those who, you know, stuck through till the end, big up on yourself, right?
Yeah, appreciate you.
We break some records, you know, early in the show. We had like close to 130 on the live. We appreciate it. You know, so don't forget to like up and share up. You know, we want to get more people in on the content. We cater into Manchester United fans, providing this option for, you know, to share your views and things, man. So, yeah. So we're going to be back here again.
We're looking for sponsors, so
yeah,
come true.
Yeah. So we're going to be back here for Brighton. Right? So, yeah. So, Phil, Chef, you know, I appreciate it, fellas. Those in the comments, again, I appreciate it. See you all on the next one. Have a good night.
Yeah.
That's